What's going on?
I'm waiting for my wife. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not like the most heterosexual guy.
I'm not leaving you here in the airport, and I'm going to put you under arrest if you don't leave.
You're awesome. I love you. It's a out.
Sir, right now, you give me your hand. Don't resist. Stand up.
Okay. You're running me. Jesus Christ.
Tampa, Florida, November 6, 2023. An airline passenger is arrested at Tampa International Airport for disorderly intoxication, trespassing, and resisting a lawful arrest.
He just came up to me. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? How are you?" He's like, drunk. He's like, "You're stumbling. You're talking shit." Like, get in front.
Relax. I'm good. What's going on, sir? I'm Officer Vasquez from the airport police. What's going on?
I'm waiting for my wife.
You waiting for your wife? So why is that guy saying... I don't know what happened between you two. We're trying to figure it out.
Because he's, did he call me a Is that what he
Well, we're asking you what happened. You tell us what happened.
Did he call me a
He calling you? Are you asking us or are you telling us?
No, I'm asking you.
I don't know. We're not here. That's why we're asking you.
I'm cool, man.
So
I'm not... Okay, you guys are not here, so...
So you're not going to tell us what happened? Okay, now you're telling us what. Okay, so is that what happened? And then what happened afterwards? Did you exchange? Sir! Sir! What's going on? You're acting very strange. I'm going to be honest. You are acting very strange. Are you going to talk or not?
He's acting, you know, maybe I'm homosexual, whatever. But he's acting like I'm a homosexual. But he's actually, like, being crazy. So I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Did you come in on a flight, sir? You just came in?
Yeah.
Who's picking you up?
What? Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever you need to get. What are you trying to get?
Come on.
Okay.
In Florida, causing a public disturbance while intoxicated is a first-degree misdemeanor. That charge is governed by Section 856.011, the state's disorderly intoxication statute. The statute requires 3 elements: intoxication, presence in a public place, and conduct causing a public disturbance. An airport terminal is a government-operated public facility. The location element is satisfied. Whether the conduct element is met depends on what officers personally observed and documented. Every step that follows, detention, ultimatum, arrest, traces its legal authority back to that finding.
The most heterosexual guy, maybe you're super sexy to me, right? Okay.
Oh man, you have ID on you? Don't put your finger in my face. Do you have ID on you, sir? You have ID, sir. Control 121. God. Good.
Will you just note on the CAD the subject's extremely intoxicated and refuses to...
No, I'm not actually.
Before a custodial arrest, there is no obligation to administer Miranda warnings. Anything said voluntarily in a non-custodial encounter is fully admissible under Berkmer v. McCarty 468 U.S. 420, 1984. His denial was freely made on camera, directly contradicting an officer's documented contemporaneous observation. That contradiction forecloses the only viable defense that his behavior reflected something other than intoxication.
Why can't I ask you? I just want to go home.
So there's going to be 2 choices I'm going to give you.
Okay.
You're going to get trespassed, and I'm going to put you under arrest if you don't leave, or you're going to figure out who's going to pick you up, and you're going to leave the airport. So who's going to pick you up, or you're going to get trespassed and you're going to get placed under arrest? Because you're drunk, you're acting strange, and you're getting in my face.
He's talking to you. Don't look at me. He's talking to you. Did you understand what he said?
Probable cause requires that facts within an officer's knowledge would lead a reasonable person to conclude a crime is occurring under Illinois v. Gates 462 U.S. 213, 1983. A formal trespass notice, once issued by airport authority, creates an independent basis for arrest entirely separate from the disorderly intoxication charge. Any continued presence after that notice is a criminal offense on its own terms.
You're drunk, I smell the alcohol on your breath, and like I said, you can't behave. So you're not staying here at the airport.
Come give me a... Come smell me.
Nope.
Hi. You're awesome. I love you.
That's probably what he did to the other guy, and that's why.
Yeah.
My man, you better start figuring out where you're gonna go, because when the manager comes here and trespasses you and you don't leave, I'm gonna put you under arrest. So, just a heads up, that's what's coming next.
So I'm gonna sit here.
You are not going to sit here. You're
Yeah,
going to leave this
no.
airport one way or another.
Okay, so the AOM's not responding?
Okay,
So listen to me.
Get the out because you're acting like an asshole. This guy's a asshole.
right.
It's a out.
Sir, right now you're being trespassed from the Tampa International Airport. You don't have legit business here and you're causing disturbance.
Okay.
So you're being trespassed. You can't be here without business for a year. You're not allowed to be at the airport right now. So that being said, that you're not allowed to be at the airport anymore because you're being trespassed, you're going to make arrangements to leave the airport right now, or I'm going to place you under arrest for trespassing.
Seriously, you guys see this? You see this? Hey, you guys see this shit? Jesus Christ.
Did you hear me? Are you going to make arrangements for yourself to leave the airport?
I don't care what you.
All right, you're under arrest. Give me your hand. Don't resist. Stand up.
Okay. Okay. Stop.
Dude,
Okay.
you're going to get
Listen.
charged with resisting arrest.
Okay. Listen.
Stand up and put your hands
Listen.
on your back and get charged
Both
with
of you
resisting
guys.
arrest.
You, man. Ow! Why the f are you hurting me, man? Why the f are you hurting me? Jesus Christ. Okay, why the f are you hurting me?
Why are you resisting when we're telling you to stop resisting?
You're going to get an additional charge for resisting arrest.
Sure. You know what?
Once we're 10-4 here, it's going to be 10-15.
Let me sit down. Sit down.
I hurt, man. I hurt. Where do you hurt?
I got to double lock this thing too.
You know what? If you let me talk to this.
We're done with talking.
We tried that already with you, okay? Where do you hurt?
The trespass notice changes the legal character of every second that follows. Before it, remaining on the premises was a disorderly conduct matter. After it, continued presence became a separate criminal offense. Section 810.08 of the Florida Statutes prohibits remaining in a structure after permission has been withdrawn. A formal notice stated aloud and captured on camera satisfies that requirement. The defense would need to show the notice was not communicated or that permission was never withdrawn. Both arguments are foreclosed. The notice was delivered in plain English, on camera, and confirmed twice. A subject who remains after formal notice, then resists the arrest that follows, has created 3 independently prosecutable charges: disorderly intoxication, criminal trespass, and resisting a lawful arrest.
Asshole, brother, motherfucker. God damn it.
Resisting a lawful arrest without violence is a first-degree misdemeanor under Section 843.02, which prohibits opposing or obstructing any officer in the lawful execution of a legal duty. The lawfulness of the underlying arrest is the controlling condition. A trespass arrest supported by a formal notice and documented probable cause is a lawful arrest. Resistance to a lawful arrest carries no legal justification. Every act of physical noncompliance captured here, refusing to stand, refusing to extend his hands, refusing to enter the patrol vehicle, is a documented element of the resisting charge. Under Rhode Island v. Innis 446 U.S. 291 1980, voluntary post-arrest statements not made in response to interrogation are admissible regardless of Miranda advisement status. His post-arrest declaration that he intended to go home was spontaneous and unprompted. It is admissible, and it carries one implication. He understood the situation entirely. His resistance was a deliberate choice.
Slip off your shoes.
Of course I will. Man, okay.
Slip them off.
Okay, I will.
Trespass? Yeah. Drunk and disorderly and trespass.
Drunk and disorderly for what?
Right, slip on your shoes. Jeffrey.
What,
You don't have shorts on underneath this, right?
Here, back it up. Back it up.
All right, come. Jeffrey, sit down.
Have a seat, Jeffrey, over here. Okay. Can we...
Climb up in there, buddy. Watch your head when you get in.
Good.
Watch your head when you get in.
May I... Hold on. I feel like I'm getting hurt here.
You're not.
Please don't hurt me.
We're not going to hurt.
That's
Okay.
not needed. You're not
Okay.
getting hurt.
May I get up in there?
Be careful with your head.
Okay.
Ready?
Will you please pull him away?
No.
No, he's a He's been really mean.
Jeffrey, sit down. We're not playing anymore. Come on.
God. Damn it. That hurts, man. Come on.
So slide your legs in.
Come on, man.
Let me grab this.
No, fucking let me go.
You gotta turn so that you can get in.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta turn.
Ow! Ow! God damn it! What the f, man? Seriously. No, I'm not doing anything, man. Come on.
Pass me the belt.
You guys are being. No, seriously. Damn it, man. Come on.
Jeffrey came to the airport waiting for his wife. Every decision he made after encountering law enforcement made his situation measurably worse. Grade F. He had 4 documented opportunities to leave voluntarily before handcuffs were applied, before intoxication was assessed, when offered a ride out when formally trespassed, and during the arrest itself. He declined everyone. Disorderly intoxication, criminal trespass, and resisting arrest do not have to occur together. They compounded through consecutive avoidable decisions. Each charge carries its own sentencing exposure. Officer Vasquez issued 4 documented warnings, verbally established probable cause on camera, and offered a voluntary departure option before arresting. Grade B+. Each warning was tied to a stated legal basis and gave the subject a clear exit. The 4th went unheeded. The arrest was lawful and procedurally well supported. The lesson here is not about airport drinking. It is about how a formal trespass notice converts a misdemeanor disturbance into a continuing criminal offense with every second it goes unheeded. The right to occupy a public space can be lawfully withdrawn. When it is, on camera, with clear language and documented warnings, every second of remaining carries a timestamp.